So good morning everyone. Today we will discuss or we will tackle about business ethics and social responsibility. Alright. So what do we mean by business ethics or what is business ethics? So business ethics is the study of appropriate business policy and practices regarding potentially controversial subject including corporate governance, insider trading, bribery, discrimination, corporate social responsibility, and fiduciary responsibility. So what do we mean by this? Okay, it means let's first tackle the corporate governance. So corporate governance is the collection of mechanisms, processes, and relations used by various parties to control and to operate a corporation. Governance structures and principles identify the distribution of rights and responsibilities among different participants in the corporation. So, it means ang participants na ito, hindi ito yung mga sa contest, okay? The participants inside the company or the corporation is the shareholders, the directors, the manager, the shareholders, the creditors, auditors, and regulators and other and employee, of course. So, under the corporate governance is the policy inside the company and the people itself. It also includes the policies, procedure, transparency, the board of committee, legal, regulatory, and system, and hierarchy and internal control. So that is under the corporate governance. Alright. Next, what do we mean by insider trading? Alright. Insider trading is the trading of a public company's stock or other securities. This security is such as bonds or stock options based on material, non-public information about the company. So it means that the insider trading refers to the practice of purchasing or selling a publicly traded company's securities while in possession of material information that is not yet public information. So insider trading is very illegal, especially in America, guys. By non-public information, America means that the information is not legally out in the public domain. So, pasikreto ito. Parang binibenta mo yung security ng kumpanya. What do we mean by security? Especially the information itself. Yung hindi lang information sa employee, but in regards to the information of the company. Kung how much ang company ay kumikita. Kung how much ang company is nag-worth. Okay, for example. Example ha. Let's talk about kung napapanood mo yung kung ang sayo ay sa akin, yung Senya Doza Pearls, yung kumpanya nila is kailangan hindi na malaman ng outsider. What do you mean by outsider? Yung hindi belong sa kumpanya. Kailangan hindi malaman nila kung magkano ang worth ng isang kumpanya na yon. Why? Because magko-conflict of interest yun. What do we mean by conflict of interest? Siyempre, pag malaman nila na, ay, ang taas pala ng valor ng kumpanya ng Senya Doza Pearls, why not pasukin natin or why not mag-invest tayo? Kasi nga, alam nila ang worth ng kumpanya or ang halaga ng kumpanya when it comes to business. So, ang mga information na yun is dapat hindi nakakalabas because it is illegal. Why? Paano makakahikayat na ang isang kumpanya na tipong hindi naman develop or hindi naman striving ang development kung nakakalabas ang such information na hindi pala siya okay para i-invest or tipong okay pala siya i-invest. So, nagkakaproblema yun sa conflict of interest na dapat ang nakakalam lang ng such information is yung mga tao na nasa loob, especially the bosses or the boss. Alright. Another example for insider trading is in the government who has access to an economic report before it is publicly released. So what do we mean by this? Sa government, okay, government. For example, hindi pa nilalabas or hindi pa nilalabas yung information na yun. For example, again, okay, yung information na yun, let's say, the coronavirus. Hindi dapat muna isasabi sa publiko na may coronavirus na nagaganap or kumakalat. Bakit? Number one, in order the public hindi mataranta. Pangalawa, pina-finalize nila ang protocols and procedures on how to handle things. Pero may isang bunganga inside the government na nagsabi na kaagad na may kumakalat na virus, kailangan mag-lockdown, ready na kayo magla-lockdown. So, ibig sabihin, that is part of insider trading. Bakit? Hindi pa nga nilalabas sa publiko. Nagsasabi na siya kagad. That is why insider trading is illegal. Alright? Kasi hindi pa nalalabas yung such information sa public, pero may isa na nagsasalita o nagsasabi na may ganitong sitwasyon. Okay. Hindi pa na-finalize ang lahat, pinapangunahan niya na. Alright. Next. Bribery. Alright. Bribery is a negative one because it is the criminal act or practice of voluntary giving, offering, receiving, or soliciting. Negative siya in regards to ethics, but it is part of business ethics. Okay, what do we mean by bribery? For example, ang boss ko ay tipong naghahanap ng manager kapalit ng aalis na manager. So ako as employee, ako ang isa sa candidate na maging manager. Pero ayaw ko na ay tipong gusto ko ako ang maging manager. Pero may kalaban pa ako na isa. Parang the two of us are candidate of being a manager or in the position of manager. Ngayon, gusto ko ako ang maging manager. In order na makuha ko yung posisyon na yon, kailangan kong hanapin ang kahinaan ng kalaban ko o ng kabilang partido o ng isa sa kandidato. Okay. Pag nahanap ko ang butas, hahanapin ko naman ang kahinaan ng boss ko. What do you mean by kahinaan? Hindi naman kahinaan na tipong pag-aanuhin mo siya, yung tipong pagsisiraan. Kahinaan in the sense, ano yung gusto niya. Okay? Ano yung gusto niya? Kunyari, ang gusto ng boss mo, masarap na pagkain. Ngayon, in order to make what we called here in the Philippines or Filipino, pasip-sip, para makuha mo yung posisyon na gusto mo, you have to give something. You have to give bribe. Okay? Yan yung bribery. Although bribery is part of corruption, but in good ways naman, maganda din naman si bribery. Okay, let's go back. Okay, nalaman mo, gusto pala niyang parang magbakasyon sa Palawan. So, in order to get that position, ako naman, ginagawa kong paraan para makapagbakasyon siya ng Palawan. Boss, meron akong nakuhang ticket, boss. Baka gusto mo magpalawan, ibigay ko na sa'yo. Siyempre, ang boss tuwang-tuwa. Wow, Palawan. Oo, boss, kasama yung buong pamilya mo, boss. Libre ito kasi nakuha ko to. Parang nagwa-white lie ka rin. Alright, okay, sige, gagamitin natin yan. Okay, let's go to Palawan. So, ngayon doon pa lang, nakuha na ng boss mo yung attention. Wow, alam na alam niya kung paano i-please yung tao. Wow, sige, you are in the position for manager. So, bribery also, it is an investment. Investment in a way na you are building relationship to others. Okay? Hindi naman lahat ng bribery kasi is corruption para sa akin. At hindi lahat ng bribery o suhol is nakakasama. Minsan, ang bribery is part of interacting or connecting in each other or in one another. Right? Hindi naman isasabing, nagsusuhol yan siya kasi may kailangan. Minsan, yung bribery in an advantage way, pakikipagkapwa-tao, building rapport, building relationship. Okay? Kasi, especially sa trabaho, in the business sector, kailangan mong magbigay. Because it is considered as your status in the business. Okay? Status mo yan, status symbol mo. At kung makapagbigay ka, minsan, natatatak ka sa isang tao. Na, eto si Miss Juan, alam niya ang gusto ng isang tao. O ito si Mr. Pedro, alam niya anong gusto ng boss. So, tumatatak ka sa tao. It does not mean bribery is a negative siya na word or corruption. It means, for me, bribery is building rapport, building relationship sa ibang colleagues mo. Alright? Next, discrimination. We all know that discrimination is very, very complicated word. Still, it is very negative. Why? Part sa business ang discrimination. Physical attributes, yung effort mo, minsan hindi na nasusuklian, part yun ng discrimination. Or yung tipong physical attributes mo itself, as employee, hindi naman lahat passionista inside the business. Pero pag nasa business sector ka, kailangan you have to be very careful sa choosing of clothes mo. Alright? Kasi you have to be presentable. Okay? Because parang dress to impress ka. Always dress to impress. Kahit sabihin natin, empleyado lang naman ako dito. No, you have to be dressed to impress. Kasi yun yung identity mo. So pag hindi ka nagde-dress to impress, pasok si discrimination yun. Ng kapwa mo, employee. Next, how about your effort na hindi nasusuklian? Meron talagang ganun sa kumpanya. Pasok ulit si discrimination doon. Right? Pasok na pasok. In other such ways, maraming attributes or nagko-contribute sa word na discrimination. Alright, next. Corporate social responsibility. What do you mean by this? So, it means corporate social responsibility, or what we call CSR, is a type of international private business self-regulation that aims to contribute to societal goals of a philanthropic, activist, and charitable nature by engaging in our support volunteering or ethically oriented practices. So, ito yung mga corporate or isang kumpanya na may charitable work. Okay, it is part sa business ethics. Bakit kailangan mag-charity? Because social responsibility has a goal, a long-term sincerity in the market, and the responsibility on the community and its resources. Kaya kailangan tumulong. Kaya nga may kasabihan tayo na kung ano ang naging blessing mo sa buhay, dapat i-share mo. Which is, some other companies is merong mga ganun. Merong mga charities. Tumutulong sila outside in the community, outside sa kanilang corporation. Meron silang mga work, meron silang mga charitable work, tumutulong sila, nagbibigay sila ng scholarship. For example, scholarship. Next is yung tipong nagbibigay sila ng tipong pamasko sa iba't ibang pamilya. Yung tipong namimigay sila ng notebook, libro sa mga bata. Yun ang mga charitable work. Okay? Pasok siya sa business ethics. Bakit kaya kailangan nila magtulong? Alright, in order to deepen our understanding in regards to corporate social responsibility, we will tackle that one on our next discussion. Alright? So next is fiduciary responsibilities. What do we mean by this? Fiduciary responsibility refers to the obligation that one party has in relationship with another to act entirely on the other party's behalf and best interest. So what do we mean by fiduciary responsibility again? It is an act in the interest or solely in the interest of plan participants and their beneficiaries, and with the exclusive purpose of providing benefit to them. Next is to carry out your duties prudently. Next is to follow the plan document and diversify plan investment and pay only reasonable plan expenses. So that is the meaning of fiduciary responsibilities. Next meaning of business ethics. Business ethics is a form of applied ethics or professional ethics that examines ethical principles and moral or ethical problems that can arise in a business environment. So business ethic is the study of how a business should act in the face of ethical dilemmas and controversial situations. This can include a number of different situations, including how a business is governed, how stocks are traded, and a business's role in social issues and more. So business ethics is a broad field because there is so many different topics that fall under its umbrella. It can be studied from a variety of different angles, whether it's philosophically, scientifically, or legally. However, the law plays the biggest role in influencing business. So why is business ethics important? Business ethics are important for a variety of reasons. First and foremost, it keeps the business working within the boundaries by the law, ensuring that they aren't committing crimes against their employees, customers, consumers, and large and other parties. So business ethics is very, very important, especially in the employees and the customers, consumers. Why? We will discuss the type of business ethics, the example of ethical behavior in the workplace, and the example of unethical behavior in the workplace. Because this following example is the meaning of the importance of business ethic, or why is business ethic important. So under that one is the types of business ethics and the behavior. Okay? Behavior of ethical and unethical in the workplace. So again guys, I hope you learned something from me today. Alright, so we'll see each other on the next discussion. I hope you learned something from me today. I hope you stay safe and stay well, everyone. Have a great day ahead. Bye-bye.